Africa's mega city. Speaking at the stakeholders parley, which had in attendance permanent secretaries, heads of planning units, and representatives of ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, as well as development partners, the Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Okwe George, urged the major players to actualize the vision of the state by effectively implementing the LSDP 2052 across all sectors and levels of governance. George stated that the plan targets fostering a thriving economy to modernize infrastructure, promote human-centric cities, and effective governance. In his welcome address, the special advisor to the governor on economic planning and budget, Lekon Balogun, identified the need to execute plans and deliver locked-down targets related to MDAs, track and report the progress, while also aligning numerous stakeholders on the need to implement initiatives in line with the LSDP 2052 for more collaboration and implementation of these objectives. UNICEF Social Policy Manager Mohamed Okori noted that the realization of the state vision hinges upon the effective implementation of the LSDP 2052 across all sectors and level of governance. According to him, this requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders, including government agencies, private sector entities, civil society organizations, and the general populace. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has summoned prominent cement manufacturers to a meeting over the rising cost of cement. Umahi expressed worry that despite huge patronage by road and housing contractors to cement manufacturers, the cost of the product was rising at an astronomical rate. A statement signed by his special advisor on media, Oji Uchenna in Abuja, says the meeting will hold on Monday, February 19 at the Ministerial Conference Hall, Mabushi, Abuja. Kwara State Governor Abdullahi Abdurrahman Abdulrazak says his administration will continue to empower the youth, nurture their talent, and equip them with the necessary skills to thrive in the evolving world. Abdulrazak says the government prioritizes youth development, thereby investing in projects that create opportunities for them to explore, experiment, and express themselves freely. The governor stated this at the Kwara Books and Arts Festival, an event designed to celebrate creativity, innovation, and the boundless potential of youth in the state. Abdulrazak, who describes literacy as a foundation for all other forms of learning, said the launch of the technology-based Kwara Learn by his government is to revolutionize learning and literacy development in the state. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu says addressing Africa's health sector challenges will require states to forge partnerships that transcend borders and sectors, leveraging collective expertise, knowledge, resources, and private sector. Tinubu, who spoke in his capacity as the newly appointed African Union Health Champion, made this call at the Ministerial Executive Leadership Program on the margins of the 37th Ordinary Session of the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the AU in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He argued that Africa's effective collaboration with the rest of the world to tackle existential health challenges is not merely a strategic choice, but a moral imperative. While describing healthcare professionals as the backbone of any healthcare system, he said government must invest not only in training them, but also in creating a conducive environment that enable healthcare professionals to thrive. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has issued health safety guidelines for the heat wave currently being experienced in parts of the country. The association made the advisory in a message posted via 8X handle. Its advisory titled "Stay Safe in the Heat Wave" warns that the extreme temperatures could provoke ill health and danger and may cause death. The association urged the people should stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day and avoid excessive caffeine, alcohol, as they contribute to dehydration. In foreign news now, the heads of state and government of African Union, AU, have elected the president of Mauritania, Mohamed Ghazouani, as the new chairman of the union for 2024. He was elected during the ongoing 37th ordinary session of the Assembly of the African Union Heads of State and Government in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Ghazouani takes the baton of leadership from President Azali Assoumani of the Union of Comoros, who served as the AU chairperson for 2023. The bloc managed to avoid a crisis on another front by diffusing tensions over the one-year rotating AU chairmanship. In sport now, two of Africa's representatives, Nigeria and Egypt, have suffered defeat at the ongoing International Table Tennis Federation ITTF World Table Tennis Championship taking place in Busan, South Korea. The Nigeria Table Tennis Federation Public Relations Officer Olalekan Okunson stated that Nigeria lost to Chinese Taipei and Egypt lost 3-0 by Romania in the first group match. Okunson stated that another African representative, Algeria, also lost to France in the men and women event, while South African ladies were no match for the Brazilian counterpart in the second match of the group. The loss of the 4 African representatives meant that the continent is still searching for its first win at the ongoing championship. It would be recalled that there was a walkover of the Nigerian men's team by Japan following the absence of Quadri Aruna and the late arrival of Bode Abiodun in the country's first match at the championship. The Nigerian table tennis player Olajide Omotayo, while reacting, described the absence of Aruna in a major setback to the team, while still nursing the ambition of advancing from the group. And that's it on the news at 6. But just before we go, always make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like on our various social media platforms. X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all the previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration provided 450,000 pupils with e-learning devices? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government will from Monday, 19th February 2024, commence full enforcement of the ban on usage and distribution of styrofoam food containers across the state. President Bola Tinubu said addressing Africa's health sector challenges will require states to forge partnerships that transcend borders and sectors, leveraging collective expertise, knowledge, resources, and the private sector. We also told you that the heads of state and government of the African Union, AU, have elected the president of Mauritania, Mohamed Ghazouani, as the new chairman of the union for 2024. In sport, 2 of Africa's representatives, Nigeria and Egypt, have suffered defeats at the ongoing International Table Tennis Federation ITTF World Table Tennis Championship taking place in Busan, South Korea. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebishi. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.